Right, good afternoon everybody. Welcome along to Funtime Friday, Special Mentions Assembly, and it's the final YouTube assembly of this year. Fingers crossed forever. We're going to be moving back to our our Microsoft Teams assemblies that we'll post on YouTube for parents, but you lot will be here. So you're going to be back in school next week, and we can't wait to see you back in school. But we're going to get cracking with our mentions first off, and then we're going to talk a little bit about you coming back to school on the 8th of March, so Monday next week, and what that's going to look like for when you come back. So let's kick off with some of our mentions. So I've got plenty of mentions here from all the staff. So I'm going to kick off with Meerkat class. And so Mr McConaughey says, morning, can you give a shout out to all of my fantastic meerkats that are busy working at home? I can't wait to see them next week, says Mr McConaughey. But he says, can you give a special mention to a couple of the children in the class, so to Felicity and Mia for some fantastic work they did earlier on. And I'm going to come on to that a little bit later on because I've got a picture to share. So well done to Meerkat class. Zebras. Good morning, says Mrs. Hammond. She sent it through this morning, obviously. So she says, I would like to mention all of the learners at home that have been on Teams every day without fail. They've all tried so hard and put 100% into everything. I would also like to mention the parents of these children, as it wouldn't have worked so well without them. So a big shout out to Varish Sassy Karen, Navara Stanley, Louis Plumridge, Mabel Griffiths, Josh Jarose and Hattie Smith. And in school, I would like to mention Noah Clark and Loxie Egerton for always trying hard with their work, Evie May for lovely manners and behaviour this week. Mrs. Hammond and Miss Brownson are so very proud of everyone in Zebra class, and we cannot wait to see you all on Monday. Thank you, says Mrs. Hammond. So well done to everybody in Zebra class. Moving on to Crocs, so Crocodile class. This is from Mr. Oglesby. Hello, Mr. Richardson. Crocodile class have been amazing since we went into lockdown. They've been really working hard and their behaviour on Teams has been outstanding. They've completed their assignments and have joined in with our class activities, so I'd like to give every single Croc a special mention this week. I'd also like to give one to the Crocs adults at home who have been brilliant at supporting our online learning. Mrs. Oldfield and myself are really excited about Monday and can't wait to see you all ready to have lots of fun. So have a great weekend and stay safe, says Mr. Oglesby and Mrs. Oldfield. So well done to our crocodiles. So let's have a look at some of the pictures that have been coming in from home. It's been World Book Day, hasn't it? So we've had some great stuff coming in. So this is Angelina's. I'm just going to zoom on that a little bit so you can see that a little bit closer up. So here's Angelina's book in a box. So well done to Angelina. Here's Max, and Max has been busy baking cakes at home. He's done lots of other things as well as baking, but this one came through this morning and I love this because he's working so hard with his brother Theo. But I've seen, lads, you've been up to all sorts with your PE sessions, your math sessions, your phonics sessions, working so very hard. So very, very impressed with the work that you boys have been up to at home. Here's Isabella and her book in a box. So well done to Isabella. And here's Theo enjoying the Gruffalo. And again, he's got his book in a box. So well done to Theo. Elliot and Isabella had a tiger that came to tea. And they had a tiger that came to tea party. And it looks absolutely fantastic. I've seen the video of you two and the fun you were having that your mum posted on Twitter. So that's fantastic. Miley and Georgie, here they are with their book covers. Linking to our World Book Day. So well done to you two. And Amelia, and let's see if I can just zoom in on what Amelia's doing here. So Amelia Mariano here was doing a science experiment. So the children in her class have been making ice cream. So looking at crystal structures and crystallization. And here she is having a crack at that at home, which is absolutely superb, isn't it? Let's have a look and see who's online and give everybody a shout out. So let's make sure I don't miss anybody. Hello to Isabel Small, who was on very, very earlier on. I was chatting to her on YouTube. Good afternoon to Summer Clayton that's watching at home. Hello to Kajanan. Hello to April Wortley that's watching at home. Hello to the Dib Boys. So good afternoon to you. Hello to Martha and Mabel Griffiths. Hi to Kezia. And hello to Daisy and Rosie Higgins that are also watching at home. And I'm sure Bluebell will be in the background somewhere. Good afternoon to Angelina, Martina and the rest of the Mark crew that are watching at home. Hello to Cooper, who says hi to everybody. Good afternoon to Patty and Oliver that are watching. And also good afternoon to Max and Theo and Ella McSorley. So good afternoon to you children that are all watching at home this afternoon. So let's have a look at some more of our special mentions. So we're going to go to kangaroos next. So good afternoon, Mr Richardson. I would like to mention my full class and their grown-ups for all their hard work during the last 8 weeks. Isabella Richardson, she's written a lovely prayer this week in our RE work. Ollie Lawrence for making some amazing Gruffalo buns for book day, and Jacob Byrne for working with so much effort all week in school. Thanks very much, says Mrs Milner. So well done to you. Puma class. Mr Crosby says, afternoon Pumas, hope you and your family are well. You've all had another fantastic week and made the adults in Puma class so proud again. We've seen problem solving in maths, adding money, map skills and geography, and building rain catchers too. Can a special mention go to Ella, Alberta, Angelina, Cooper, Oliver and Francis for their work completed for World Book Day. Also, can a super special mention go to all the Pumas that have been joining in with myself and Mrs Spencer for any of the remote learning during lockdown. You've all worked so hard and kept up the Sunnyfield spirit at home. We're so excited to see you on Monday. Only 3 more sleeps to go. Have a great weekend. And that's from Mr Crosby and Mrs Spencer. So well done to everybody in Puma class. And Leopards, Miss Hoogworth has sent this through to me. And she says, hello Leopards. You've all done an absolutely amazing job of doing your learning at home, and for some of you completing the learning in very different classrooms. I'm so proud of each and every one of you, and here are my special mentions, although all of Leopards do deserve a mention for their spectacular effort, she says. So Oliver for his Chloe creativity when making his book in a shoebox and poster for World Book Day. Bella for her Chloe creativity when making a poster all about innovating for the future. Veronica for Connie communicating her ideas in guided reading. Poppy for her Richie resilience in yoga. Caleb for his Pippa problem solving when designing and making a robo-bug. And a fab job all round. Cannot wait to see you return on Monday. We've missed you very much, says Miss Hoover. So well done to those children from Leopard class. Let's have a look at some more of our pictures that have come in. So we've got Daisy, Rosie and Bluebell, and they were all helping Bluebell doing her handwriting. And I know Bluebell celebrated her birthday earlier in the week, so happy birthday to you as well, Bluebell. Jessica Mariano didn't want to miss out on World Book Day, and so here she is at home dressed up for World Book Day, and it looks like she's Dorothy on the Wizard of Oz by the looks of it. So well done to you, Jess. Lily May, so Lily May Stevenson has been busy building her book in a box, so well done to you, Lily May. Oliver and Patty with their super book covers, so well done to you too. And here's Mabel, and Mabel was making a pizza and she was putting her favourite toppings on the pizza. And here's Olivia and Abigail, and they've just hatched some new baby chicks. Let me zoom in on that so you can see those. Look at those, fantastic. So keeping their little chicks at home. Easter chicks, aren't they? Fantastic. Let's see if there's anything else on online this afternoon. So hello to Emily and Sophie that are watching at home this afternoon. And also hello to Amelia and Jess Mariano, and who are looking forward to seeing everyone on Monday, as we are too, girls. Fantastic. Let's move on to some more of our mentions. So Jaguar class. Hello, Mr Richardson. I would like to give one massive special mention to Jaguars for their amazing effort throughout lockdown. I'm so excited to get back to school and see all of your smiling faces. You've all blown me away with your effort and positive attitudes during these tough times. I'd also like to say a huge thank you to parents for their support and effort throughout home learning. My mentions this week go to Martha, Eva and Ruby for being super home learners. They're always in live lessons, ready and raring to go, and always submit work to the best of their ability. I've got to say, Martha, I saw a picture on Twitter earlier on of your mum packing up and clearing through the dining room and putting all your work into packs that you and your sister have produced, ready to get your dining room back to being used as a dining room instead of a classroom. And I'm really impressed. So well done to you, Martha, Eva and Ruby. Melanie, Amelia, Alyssa, Adam, Liliana, Maya Smith, Jessica Charlton are all mentioned for being great in school and at home learners. They're in school some days, but always join us when they're at home and complete their assignments, so well done. Olivia, Charlie, Summer, Lily and Maya John have always kept a smiling face and worked amazingly hard when they've been in school and at home. I'd also like to mention Summer and Kezia for settling in really well to the class. And finally, I'd like to mention Hansugar, Jayan, George, Brody, Jessica M, Harry, Charlie Ray and Leighton for doing their best to join us with the online sessions. So proud of them all, says Miss Lumley. So well done to all the children in Jaguar class. Moving on to Panthers, and this is from Mrs Gray. Hello Mr Richardson, can I give a special mention to all of my key worker, critical worker children who come to school every day with a smile on their face and work so hard this whole time. It's been very strange in school without the rest of the class, but they remained positive and stayed focused throughout. Can I give a mention to all the Panthers at home who made a book in the box yesterday? Their entries are so creative and I can't wait to show Mrs Milner. I would like to particularly mention Ewan Williams for his box, which was themed around a book around the Titanic that he has at home. The children were in school were blown away by this one, and I can't wait to have them all back in school on Monday, and that's from Mrs Gray. So well done to those children in Panthers. Fantastic effort. And I've got a mention here from Mrs Butler, and this is for a few of the classes that she teaches in school. So Mrs Butler's special mentions this week: Jaguars. Martha Griffiths is mentioned for amazing Chloe creative in her features of a mosque information poster. Lily Calvert for Chloe creativity in RE, great features of a mosque poster. And Bailey is also mentioned for his awesome Pippa problem solving in French. In Leopards, Lily Mae Stevenson is mentioned by Mrs Butler for fabulous Pippa solving work in her French work. Hadley Barry is mentioned for Connie Communicate in French, along with Freddie Barry, who is also mentioned for his great Connie Communication in French. And Summer Clayton is mentioned for amazing Chloe creative in in RE. Apologies, Summer. So amazing Chloe creativity in RE. Moving into Tiger class from Mrs Butler, Keelan Dent is mentioned for his fantastic pronunciation in French. Leah Beasley blows me away with her French knowledge skills every week, so well done to Leah. And Lions, Lucy Boy's amazing improvement on her French pronunciation. And Brandon, his enthusiastic attitude to French and always ready to answer questions. So well done to you. Fantastic effort there. And then moving into Tiger class. So this is from Miss Smith. Tigers mentions, oh my goodness, she says, the last week of home learning. What a crazy one it has been. World Book Day and Science Week. It's been lovely to see Tigers getting stuck into their learning. Well done, Tigers, and I can't wait to see you on Monday. I do have a few special mentions from this week, though. Jacob for Pippa problem solving when using mixed numbers. Dylan for Izzy independence and challenge himself when writing at length. Jake for Izzy independence and his Panda chronological report. Patty for Izzy independence for always completing every piece of work set. Lewis for his Richie resilience in mixed numbers and improper fractions. Amelia and Ellie for Tim and Tom all week in every lesson. Keelan and Tyler for Tim and Tom when helping a member of staff at dinner time. And Amelia Mariano for Richie resilience in all her fraction work. So well done to Tigers there. And while I've got Tigers, Miss Kay, who works with our children in PE, says, good afternoon, Mr Richardson. Could I please give a special mention to some pupils in Tiger class, please, for the amazing work in our hacker topic. I would like to give a special mention to all the class, but especially Oliver Adamson for being an amazing team leader for his group, and also Leah Beasley for being an amazing team leader for hers. Also, the students have completed all of their work that's been set online and sent me videos such as Harrison Booth, Jacob Buxton, Loxley Crehan, Riley Edmonds, Lewis Lauriston, Patty, Paige Smith, and Isla Grace Thayers. So well done from Miss Kay. So we're going to look at our final pictures now. Excuse me. So our final pictures that have come in from home. So here we have Finley Charlesworth. So Finley's been busy this week producing his book in the box, and I saw Finley and his brother Brody back end of last week, so it was great to see them. Here's Brody with his book in the box. Well done, Brody. Finley and Caleb, this was from last week, so they were part way through their book in the box. The Amazon delivery driver delivered this massive parcel and they claimed the box so they could build their set. So well done to Finley and Caleb. Good afternoon to Jessica and Nancy. They produced their fantastic book in the box. So we've got the Very Hungry Caterpillar there, haven't we? And look at the three little pigs. Superb. Here's Ella McSorley's book in the box, so well done. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, one of my favourite books of all time, that. And Alberta Stelling, again, has been busy with her book in the box. You can see the comparison there. At the bottom of the picture, she's got the actual book, and up above it is her book in the box work, so well done. And Mia and Felicity that have been busy in nursery. So Mr McConaughey wanted to give you two a shout out. These children are in school at the moment doing some amazing artwork. So well done. Let's make sure that I've given everybody a shout out that's online this afternoon. So I can see that Kajan's joined us this afternoon. Hello to Alice and Rafe Garside. And I can see that we must have Max and Theo McKittrick on, because I can see lots of smiley faces on the screen. So good afternoon to you. Right, Lion class, here your mentions. So good afternoon, Mr Richardson. Please could I have Scarlett, Sophia, Kajanan, Isabel and Lily for sharing their amazing photography galleries on Teams. I should just show you this picture actually. I didn't show this one earlier on. Here's Sophia, who's in year 6, and she's been busy doing some computer programming with her dad. So a bit of expert help there. So that just fits in very nicely with that special mention. So they produce some amazing photographic galleries on Teams. They're extremely creative and will be worthy of a place in a real-life art gallery. Emily H for her beautifully illustrated report on pandas, and Madison for her super presentation in writing her panda report. Thomas, Sophia, Melody, Jocelyn, Scarlett and Lexi for a fantastic effort with their fractions assessment. To say all of their learning for this unit has taken place via Teams. They did extremely well with very few errors. Also Joe for a huge improvement in submitting his assignments over the past few weeks. Lucy, Tammy and Brandon for fabulous independent work in maths. They worked so hard and they've been really focused in the past few weeks. And finally, a massive well done to all of the Lions. You've been superstars over the last 8 weeks. It's not been easy for you, but you've made it through. And me and Mrs Brown cannot wait to see you all on Monday, says Mrs Gatt. So that's all of our mentions from our final YouTube assembly before we get you lot back into school, where the children are already in school at the moment watching assembly. So it's going to be absolutely ace, isn't it, having you all back here. Can't wait to see you on Monday. So when you come back to school on Monday, it's pretty much the same as it was before Christmas. So it's the same start times and it's the same end times. So if you're in Key Stage 2, your day starts at 8:35 a.m. and it finishes at 3:15 p.m. If you're in nursery, it's still 8:45 until 3:30. And if you're in Key Stage 1 or reception class, you start at 10 to 9 and you finish at 3:30. So exactly the same as it was before the holidays. Your break times and lunch times are exactly the same as they were before the holidays. So all that is nice and easy. We still have the one-way system that goes around school. So remember, you need to come in through the lower gate and you walk around the edge of the building past Mr McConaughey's nursery and right around the edge of the playground till you find the space where you need to stand. Now, when you come back onto school next week, it'll look very different if you've not been here since before Christmas. We've got a new path. I'm calling it the runway. It looks fantastic, joining the two playgrounds. So if you need to wait on the upper playground, you just walk straight up that path and you don't need to go on the grass. Nice and easy to get to where you need to be. So that makes life so much easier for you and your parents. And remember, when you leave by the gates that are around by Mrs. Gatt's classroom. And again, those gates have moved a little bit, so we've got a little bit more space. Your PE days are the same as they were before the holidays. And if you can't remember, just go jump onto the school website, find your class page, and you'll find your PE days on there. And remember, for PE days, come ready changed in your PE kit, so you don't have to worry about getting changed in school, but wear your kit and come straight in. And we're just looking forward to getting back to having you in school. You've done amazingly well over the last 8 weeks. It's been an extremely challenging time for you children, but also equally as challenging for your parents that have had to juggle their work and working with you at home. So we're hoping now, fingers crossed, boys and girls, that we can get back to doing what we're doing best, which is learning at Sunnyfields, starting to looking forward to those restrictions easing a little bit, and hopefully in the not too distant future, getting back to being a little bit more normal. So plenty to look forward to. I'll be on the playgrounds on Monday morning and the music will be blaring out. I can't wait to see you. But this weekend I want you to take your time to make sure you're relaxed, you're recharged and you're ready to go on Monday. Take it easy and listen to your parents. Parents, you've done a fantastic job. We can't wait to welcome the children back. Please don't worry. We're going to keep them as safe as we possibly can. The risk assessments on the website if you want to have a browse of those. In terms of the children's uniforms, if we can make sure the children are in uniform or as close to it as possible, I accept, and we know that a lot of our children will have grown enormously in the last 8 weeks. So please don't stress or worry if they've grown out their uniform, just something as close to it as possible. School uniform is not essential retail, so we're not expecting you to have to go out, rush around trying to get uniform in a last minute dash. So please don't worry about that. As close to it as you can get, and then we'll reset and get back on it in September. Right, have a lovely weekend. Enjoy yourselves, boys and girls. I hope the weather's nice. It looks a bit cloudy now, but I hope the weather's nice for you to have some fun outside. And I will see you bright and early on Monday morning. Right, bye for now. See you later. Bye-bye.